There we go. Should be picking up now. Okay. Settings. There we go. That's how much of a delay. Got it. Red delays. Come on, come on. Oh. Let me hit this button.
Attention all ARCS defenders. We are beginning a defensive operation against a large number of dolls appearing in the Caveris region. We request the participation of all ARCS defenders.
The wine collection.
Here, have this. I think you'll
Login bonus. Motion revival. We'll look at the mission pass in a second. I'm just looking at these boxes to know what could possibly be in the shop. Which one am I looking at? Okay, immediately eyes first? And nickels. Is this just like body paint underwears? What even is this? Just accessory? Yeah, it's just accessories. Yeah, it's all the accessories you could have gotten. That's what it is. It's all the different accessories. Well, that's dumb. And on hip. Stance. Already have skate. That's some Kingdom Hearts shit. I will admit, that one looks cool. Proud. What's this? I'm not gonna do that one. So this is just a bunch of... Power stance 3. That one's a good one. I know there's a urgent, but that's just a bunch of motions. Don't care about that one. Wood. Frame arm style. Don't care much about that one. Okay, I guess we're looking at the mission pass next. What's in it? Do something with that. Insidious. Oh. That's reflective. Where? This for ornament 1 is the upper neck area. What's 2? Oh, it's that right there. Wait, what? You can't give me more options like that. Magi. See. Is this your way of telling me to make a cat girl? Or something? Because it's not funny. There's a white one too. Slick mechanic for free. Okay. Let's see what we're going for. So these are Caveris tasks.
Try not to die.
Okay, this. before something happens. Where is it? Would it be in? Oh. There. Streamer mode is enabled. I don't know if Nick will be able to see that icon if he joins the party. Checking the clock. Oh. So let's see. Combat center. Wait, which one's the... That's North Elios. North Cabarrus. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I hate this location. And that's where I have to get fucking capsules from. Funny. Really to fight except for down here. But there's a dread enemy. When it fucking spawns. wait for this fucker to fucking appear. So this one's range is increased. Attack and potency increase while held. Come on, spawn the enemy so I can fight the fucking dread enemy, because I gotta kill enough of them anyway. I know it's gonna be a while before I even get any. Fight. Oh, they're spawning. Spawning? Oh, the enemies. Okay. So those spawned. Now where's the dread enemy that spawns here? Come on, spawn. I hate the Alliance quest for the capsules. Because it's in North Caveris. What's in North Caveris? Barely anything. Other than a dread enemy.
You need to sit by the dread enemy. The
I know.
That's one you're almost guaranteed it.
Yeah, I know. The problem for me is sitting and waiting and waiting and waiting for a chance at something when I could have more chances elsewhere if it was in any other region or sector of the region. It's dumb.
I think there's only 2 or 3 spots where enemies spawn, and they're all next to veteran enemies. Oh yeah, drop rates for that area are cranked up heavily because of the lack of actual enemies.
You do so little damage, I might as well just hold this button. Yay! Need one more. Why couldn't this be the drop rate for every other area? For the capsules. This is going a lot faster.
That doesn't make too much sense. I would assume that.
Alright, Sega has to make everything almost a non-existent. Everything has to be a rare drop to where the actual rare drops are non-existent. I forgot, that's the rule of Sega's MMOs. Is make the drops so goddamn rare that they almost don't exist. And make the normal drops rare drops, and make common drops or junk drops the normal drops. And items that you could simply get for free that are very cheap and are the only healing item, I guess, is dropped everywhere. As the gray, very common and junk type item that you can find anywhere. Like in Fallout, being able to find wood anywhere. What's next on this task list? I know where some that are more interesting to fight are. That's for damn sure. Still have the North Alio augment capsule thing. So 6 tasks that can be completed. It looked like there was someone here, but then they disappeared.
Eradication of dolls in accordance with defense directive confirmed. Thank you for your contribution to the mission.
Is Woolly Mammoth not over here, or am I off the mark? No, I think this is the right spot. Looks like I could be wrong. Oh, that's why that elephant isn't around. It's a new fucking instance. Because there's only one other person. Massive clicking can be heard in the distance.
I'll shut my dentures out with that cough.
Oh no. And now I'm the only one here again. Oh yeah, I was playing the Diablo 4, the Midwinter Blight event, a teeny bit to see what was in it. Immediately turned around and went back to doing the normal stuff that I was doing. The event was that... The rewards for the event, to me, were that bad. The cosmetics weren't interesting enough. The rewards for getting the materials to get said rewards are lackluster and generic. Just a cache that gives you random items and materials and a random loot drop that you can get from literally any monster that you kill. There's also the in between those, for the first reward that you get is gold, which you can get the amount of gold they reward from running a nightmare dungeon. You can get almost 5 times the amount that they're offering. Maybe 10 times the amount if you sell everything you pick up in it. So what's the point in giving me 25,000 gold as the 5th reward, or 50,000 gold, or 200,000 gold, when I can literally make that in one dungeon run, or 5 times to 10 times that in a single nightmare dungeon run, and get more experience points and other rewards out of it, including, and not limited to, glyph XP, to make my barbarian even more overpowered with the Hammer of Ancients. Come on, you fucking mammoth spawn. There he is. Mammoth was refusing to spawn. Potency increase. Second dread enemy slain. Now let's go look for the other one. It'll probably be the bird. Avoid the trial. Because I don't want to partake. The only memorable songs, a little bit, that caught my attention, or slightly caught my ear, only because of the beat and rhythm, and the weirdness of those levels, is the Tokyo levels from PSO2 Classic. Because PSO2 is a game inside a game! Gameception.
What's the fucking game called? It's
the
sort of
Gamerverse.
online, but Fantasy Star.
Yeah, that's what it felt like they were trying to be a little bit. And then they added some Kingdom Hearts shit.
I think it's stupid that so many people give credit to Sword Art Online for being literally the first anime or whatever about a event of tragic bullshit that's happening within an MMO.
Isn't that
No.
Dot Hack, though?
Yes, Dot Hack was the OG on that.
Because I know I've seen it before, but I never watched the whole thing. I just knew it was like a video game anime and there was stuff happening, and apparently there was only one game called The World. And everything happened in The World.
So I actually had one of the titles of that series. I think it was the first game on PS2. And as soon as you load the game up and press start select your file and everything, it even shows like a fucking fate MMO title screen for the world. And everything. I didn't play too far into it though because we gave it to my cousin along with a couple other things. But yeah.
I believe that's dread enemies defeated. Yes, it is. Alliance Activity Support member Tim has tasked you with feeding items to Region Mags. Produce R-Mag personal boost. I don't wanna, because that means I have to put more stuff in it than the normal one item. And it makes my thumb hurt. It makes my thumb hurt. It doesn't want to press over enough times to get enough points to personal mag boost.
Press up, but not for respect.
Ow. Ow. My thumb, it's hurting from putting all these points in. Here's your 7 goddamn fruits, you fucking bastard. Hope you choke on it.
I like the change they made to the crafting interface, or trading interface.
Forging for... Okay. Defeat bosses. North Alio Augment Capsule still needs to be done. Check to make sure all my stuff is still active. Check to see if this is still active. Yes, it is. Okay.
They have another one of those difficult 4-man run things.
Can't access the quest counter of a different region. Why does it matter? So, North Alio. Hooray, I got rewarded for doing nothing in a trial that I was hoping to avoid, but it started next to me.
Interesting.
And whoever was near it just completed it as I was teleporting. I was trying to get away. Now, I've noticed that when a certain mode is enabled, streamer mode, you get an icon on top of your HUD. I don't know if that's visible to others if you make a party. It's the red camera icon.
He sounds pissed about something.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
Oops. I'm in a North Alio thing on my own, and when you go to North Alio, it didn't put you with me. How stupid.
It says there's 2 people.
Because I just warped here. I was in a different block.
do you see an icon above my name that's red?
On the health bars, no. I won't know about the other one until I'm able to see you directly.
Well, I was talking mainly about because it's a buff slash debuff. It's in the buff bars, so I'm assuming because I can't see any of your buffs, it's one of those cases.
Yeah, I don't see it. Does it pop up in the personal tab?
Character info. It does not.
No.
I guess it's just a special way to tell me, hey, you're currently running streamer mode.
You think there'd be a better location?
I could tell you this, it disables the chat, and certain chat messages are switched to, sorry, but this person is currently in streamer mode and cannot chat because it disables it. So if I'm whispered, I think it tells you this person is in streamer mode.
Well, let me test that.
I think.
Auto chat reply. This player cannot use Whisper chat because they're currently using streamer mode. At least it tells other people that it's an automated chat bot message.
Did it say my name, or did it just bring up a
It says in
system?
parentheses at the start of the sentence, auto chat reply. So one of the launcher skills gets the ability to increase the damage any enemy that gets hit by it will take from any other launcher photon arc. Which I can't remember if it was just launcher ones or photon arcs in general. But it decreases the power of the base attack of it. So
Wait, what level are those guys? And would they
I
drop?
think they're 75.
79.
Oh, 79? Alright, I'll take them.
Okay, that did not hurt as much as I thought it would. Okay, that one hurt much more that like I thought it would. Counter guard, bitch. Do better. You didn't do better. Charge. Come here, you fucking bird. Potency increase. I got one. I got one note D capsule.
I wouldn't know how many I had, because I already completed that task last week. Did you already do the exploration mission thing?
No, I haven't done all my dailies on here. I figured do the fucking alliance tasks that I have stockpiled up. Nope, not from there. That's the border. And I'm gonna stream it too while my mag plays music in game. I mean, it's all Sega, so Sega can copyright all they want.
I know they put a logo in the corner of the screen. I don't know what else they would do though. Big mofo.
Enhanced enemy. One more.
One more what? Nope.
Yep.
This works with this one.
Got it. Now, defeat bosses, rare enemies. Thames and Caveris.
There's a boss right here.
But Thames and Caveris.
I'm saying there's a boss right here because we can kill him then warp.
But he's only level 12. Fine. They're happy. Gonna head to Mistra Woods for Thames. Remember, kids, the rare drop song of PSO2 is literally a very selfish song about wanting all the treasure to yourself. Fuck your friends. They don't deserve it. You want the treasure. It's all yours and only yours. You greedy bastards. That's great to teach Japanese children. All the rare drops are yours.
How long is my food buff for? It just expired. Okay. Cook.
Did they change how this move works now?
What move?
They changed the weapon. Something changed the weapon action of the R1 with the soaring blades. You can no longer just run and spam the button, really. You have to do this weird dash now.
Is that the one where it just launches a couple of blades at the enemy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, do I not have Fanatic Blade? Why do I not have Fanatic Blade? I thought I'm the class. Okay, something's weird. I need to look at my fucking skills because one skill can't activate anymore. But I have the class, which allows me to equip the weapon, which means I should be able to fucking use it. Shouldn't I? Character info, class info, class skill information, bouncer. Fanatic temporarily sacrifices photon blade potency for the ability to fire photon at a certain time. At a certain time during photon arts. Arts alteration. Button at just at the right time. Yeah, there's nothing in here that says it changes the skill itself. So why? See, I do a dash now. Normally it doesn't do that, and I think because it's doing that now, I can't use a skill that I have. They literally turned off a skill for me and changed how this fucking attack works.
What's your main class?
Hunter. And I've done it with it being my subclass before. They changed how the soaring blades work with the weapon action. Why would they do that if it's going to completely negate a skill? So hitting weapon action now does something else during photon arts now. Or at the end of certain arts, I guess. But even then, this action shouldn't be changed.
Was there a hunter weapon, right?
Soaring blades is a bouncer weapon.
Oh, I can't see that myself then, because I'm not a bouncer. So never mind.
But it's just fucking weird that all of a sudden they changed the fucking rules for the fucking blades. Heading to Bulgarna ruins just to kill enemies. Screw the trials that appear. Then I can switch over to an actual combat zone. Of course there's a burst here. That's probably ending. But it's just so fucking weird that it was a certain way and now all of a sudden it changes. I'm gonna have to go back to the fucking class counter and change and take out that skill because it's practically useless now. And the other skills that are part of it because it's now practically useless. I don't like it. It was fine the way it was. But now this shit happens and they change how certain classes play and it's like, great, you fucked up one aspect I liked about this being my subclass. I'm actually thinking about changing my subclass. I actually liked the dual blades for the ranged option it had and how mobile it was too. But now that mobility is restricted. Really restricted.
I used to use its weapon skill, so I know
Because
how useful it was to continue doing DPS as you're moving full speed.
Yeah, but now they made it so goddamn restrictive that it's technically you have to dodge attack. It's effectively the gunner dodge. Or the ranger dodge, but for melee. And it's stupid. So goddamn dumb. Congratulations, Sega. You found a way to make me hate a class. You made me go from I like this weapon of the class to now I don't like it as much. And it's not like there's a PvP in this game. If anything, at least Sega make it a skill that we can get for free to change it back to the classic way it was.
I love those when they add shit like that.
Because, hate to say it, but something like this is fucked up. Silver enemy this way.
Yeah, I forgot that one alliance task is silver only. What's this stupid trial?
So did they change how this fucking works too? No. That's at least still the same. I'm just still left wondering why they changed a certain skill around. I'm switching off the weapon. I can't. I don't like it. Because some of my techniques revolve around using the fucking rapid fire blades to build up meter for the other skill. But now it's like that, it's like, why? Why bother? And plus the meter only builds up if you use the class weapon that it's tied to.
I think all meters do that, don't they?
Might be time to switch to fighter class again. And just go fucking double saber, fisticuff, dagger. Going from silver enemy to next silver enemy. Who's over here that's silver? Who's the dead silver motherfucker? And you're dead. Nope. It can go fuck itself. Oh, there's an enemy above this cliff. Well, there was a silver enemy above this cliff, I thought. No, it's way fucking up there. How the fuck do I get up there? Oh, I know how.
Either from the left or go around the other side of the mountain.
No. Spear all the way up there. It was in the sky, dude.
Oh.
But I remembered the spear has a rising up skill, and then if you use the weapon action after a photon art at the right times, you can literally do a Final Fantasy Dragoon jump to the enemy. I'm gonna land on it. Nope, you can't land on it.
On what?
The ship. I wanted to land on it.
Will they shove you off of it?
You either fall through or you get shoved off it.
But that's the same ship that...
Yup.
has the same model and everything as the one that shoots the ground and shit.
Yes, but it could be, like in Dreams, a asset that has added things to it to make you fall off it or go through it. While it follows a moving tag. Or path line. Hey, Jimmy.
Welcome back to your own identity.
Big booty bitches. Yes, he's currently ordering 40 gigs of porn. 10% of that is apparently lesbian porn, for whatever reason. 1% of it is 2 girls, 1 cup.
Oh yeah. Storm, you just inadvertently reminded me. The current Twitch meta now is dominated by people from OnlyFans promoting their OnlyFans through streaming content that literally edges the borderline of what is allowed on the service. As in, if they raise their body just about 2 inches, they then violate the policies for Twitch by exposing nips. By the way, the whole time they do their streams, they're butt naked. Yeah, they're purposely doing shit without caring if they get banned or not because they're doing it to promote their OnlyFans. Also, fun fact, doing it is a fucking felony because the platform has no locks to keep children off the streams. So yeah, distribution of pornographic material to minors.
But they're also trying to use any loophole.
Pretty much, yeah. But it
That's
gets a little bit worse.
That's how you avoid it, is loopholes.
So
And everyone
there's a
tries to find a
decent
loophole.
chunk of idiots that's like, this is misogyny. See, this is why men need to stop existing, kind of thing. When, no, men have nothing to do with it. It's the streamer themselves deciding to do it as an advertisement for their own stuff that has no manager or higher up.
Mm-hmm. Plus, if you get rid of all men or whatever, guess who's not repopulating?
Exactly.
The human race. You've effectively killed off the human race and are now living on borrowed fucking time.
Okay, because sperm banks exist, there is still chance of survival if all men were wiped out. If all
Because-
women are wiped out, well, we're screwed.
Well, yes, I get that, but if they literally make it to where no men exist anymore, and those run out for the chance of getting a male to appear, then yeah, the human race would be living on borrowed time until they finally die.
How many people are willing to find a sperm bank and get a turkey baster? If it came down to the point of there only being men left, there's a few problems with that when it comes to the idea of potential ways that we could still have humanity survive, and that is, we have to quickly find an animal that we can successfully have children with, and there's not a lot of people that'd probably be willing to do that.
Yeah, that goes into a real fucked up territory if you think about it.
Let me know when he jumps into a gorilla enclosure.
He tried to fuck ape. Ape fucked him instead. All the good porn is under the seat.
No, it's the bed, not the seat.
He's in a vehicle, dude. That's
If
why I
it's a
said
truck, there's a truck bed. You can hide it in a truck bed.
it. Well, sometimes it's under the seat.
No, the canine unit would find it too fast.
Not if it's not scented.
Why are we making jokes about hiding pornography from the cops?
Well, you state that the cops would find it too fast.
Also, why aren't we still in this
And
lower
what-
tier shit?
and- Hooray, I got my silver emeralds. I just noticed. Why does that have a gold fucking crown next to it?
Hmm? Which one?
Face the darkness. Dark Lennis. Are you telling me it's a fucking... No, that looks like it's a trial. Question. It's just a fucking trial thing. Okay. I was wondering why something had a crown next to it.
Oh, those. Hang on.
But I don't really care that much.
Oh, I know what the crown's for. Ark's record badging.
Oh, well, it can go screw itself. As I go to attempt to fight bosses. Battlepedia yellow to get XP, and purple ones to get boss enemy drops such as motion change items.
If you get the right motion change items, you can easily sell that bitch for a good profit, 3 mil or greater.
Yeah, and let me guess, it's something to make you look like you're doing something very suggestive, usually.
I don't remember what ones I got from one before. I know that one of my weapon skins, I think it's the one for my launcher, was a came from one.
Fuck. So me and Tori beat Wonder. The only thing we have really left to do is get all the flower coins and hit the top of the flagpole in every level.
My brother's almost beaten
We
Mario
are-
RPG.
We've completed the special world doing this.
And my brother bought Super Mario RPG's remake. However, he's found that outside of one particular thing, it is perfect.
What's the particular thing that's the drawback?
The perfect timing for your button to strengthen your attack. Hits all enemies.
The perfect timing to...
When you do a regular attack, or any attack for that matter.
I know.
I believe this one applies
I know it's
regular,
the act.
so you have
It's
to-
what is called the action command attack,
Yeah.
where it does more potency because you timed it right.
But yeah, if you get, I think it's either a 2 or 3 frame accuracy on it, then it'll do a shockwave that hits all enemies. And my brother doesn't like this for 2 different reasons. One, the game itself was actually already easy as hell to begin with and doesn't really have this as a needed thing. But secondly, it's because due to it hitting every enemy, it makes it have a possibility of you killing an enemy and not getting its mind read entry. It can
And-
also end up killing enemies in an order you don't want it to, or making it to where...
Can't- Isn't there a setting to turn it off?
Yeah, that's the one thing you can't turn off.
Wow. Oh well. Then if you don't want to accidentally kill other enemies, then my suggestion is don't do it.
Yeah, the only way to not do it is to flub your inputs, which naturally also nerfs your own attack power against the one target you did want to hit.
Hey, price of being careful.
On the plus side of the thing, though, we love a lot of the changes that they made for the better.
It's the same
Or-
effect. Nick, it's literally the same effect of trying to do non-lethal damage to a target creature in Pathfinder.
So,
You take a penalty to attack and I think damage as well to deal non-lethal damage to not kill them. But obviously, you lose a little bit of your attack power
okay,
as a drawback.
of all the other changes they made, some of his favorites are, they made it to where obviously there's an enemy compendium that tells you everything you need to know about an enemy, but you have to do mind read in order to actually get it to fill in the information, or
That's-
visit a very specific hidden NPC to fill it in for you if you've missed the enemy.
Well, that's normal, kind of normal RPG so far.
It wasn't something in the original, and the fact that they have an NPC to give you the entries you've missed is nice. You can fast travel for once, which is pretty decent.
Okay, that's where I say get rid of it. I don't want fast travel.
There are times you can't use it, and you're only able to use it to get to areas you're normally able to at that point in time. So if you're locked in an area, it won't work.
But still, the fact that you have to that fast travel's a thing. Sorry, but my old RPG ass is used to having to walk everywhere.
Of the other
Unless
changes
it's the more
noted,
modern RPGs.
if
like
a
Skyrim.
character dies in battle, you can revive them using an item or skill to do it. Or, your other option is you can swap them out with one of the other party members that you have in reserve. This is actually a very welcome addition because there are many cases where some characters are completely useless, and if the enemy encounter you had on the overworld didn't show the enemy that is like, this character is useless, then you would be screwed. But you can obviously choose not to do that
Well,
in the first
that's
place.
a nice
just-
addition, being able to swap in a new party member. while in
Although my
battle.
brother has stated that because it doesn't take your turn to do that, and that switched in
that's where it
character can
says
still
to
act, it's a little broke.
Okay, that's where it say they need to make it to
Um,
where you lose a turn.
All
that
bosses,
spot.
well, not all, most bosses have a rematch you can do after you beat the game. And then, interestingly, like, fuck, what was it? Oh, any item that was entirely missable by you either not going to go get it when the one opportunity to get it happens, like having to jump off a toad's head to reach a box. They placed a toad there to where you can get to that box afterward. There's unique items related to doing certain things throughout the game. If you miss any of these, you get an opportunity to get it in a different manner. Either by an NPC selling it, or someone just straight up gives it to you. I'll be right back. And the reason why this is good is because a couple of these instances of missable gear is actually quite tricky to actually get it. Like, during certain events,
But it's going to cost a lot.
do flawless, pretty much, yeah. Like, there's one where you're posing as a golden statue and there's a stupid bird dude pecking the bases of the statues, and you need to jump so that he doesn't peck you directly. Doing that perfectly, you get a feather. The game has a little journal thing that basically summarizes the previous events and some side event things so that you can better keep track of what you've actually done, and even provides like a screenshot of some affiliated point in the story's cutscenes. Some cutscenes are actually given FMVs rather than just being given in-engine sprite art, I guess you could say it like the old-fashioned charades shit. Basically, they replace some interactions with actual cutscenes instead.
Like how in Chain of Memories on the GBA, everything was done with sprite animations.
Yeah.
Or and text boxes for the cutscenes. Whereas in the remake that you can play in the Final Mix collection for PS4, it has actual cutscenes. There's still sometimes the dialogue box thing, but some of them are replaced with actual cutscenes.
They've rearranged the order that some characters get their special skills for a better balancing reason. And there's a few other weird quirk changes to kind of balance or improve things. Certain attacks, their little prompt to tell you when you need to let go of the button to charge the attack is actually done a lot better, or it gives you a better cue on when that was supposed to happen.
If I remember, I've seen screenshots of it, but there's supposedly a meter that's there to help you.
In the previous games, it was a star appears in the upper right corner, and then splits into two, and then splits into a third one, then pushes itself together. But it was never clear if you were supposed to do that when the third one appears, or when it just pushes together to disappear. With this, it doesn't push them back together at all, it just splits into 5, and when the fifth one shines is when you press it. Or let go of it, rather. Like, they took some cues with how Paper Mario ended up doing things, basically.
Yeah, because that one worked better, because it showed a thing. When the star flashes, that's when you release or hit button. Or, when you're about to land, it showed the button icon. Hey, get ready to press this button. Dink! It at least told you the button you needed to press at the right time.
Okay, the biggest change that me and my brother both think
I
is
want
for
to
the
play.
best.
I want to play the Thousand Year Door remake to see how different that is. I still have their original. Hunter's borrowing it, but I would like to see how they handle the remake. And it would be awesome if, after the remake, they added in the what was it? they added a hero mode where the enemies are more difficult. Like you have to face higher level enemies earlier,
Okay.
or raises
there's
the enemy's level just in stats just enough.
There's
Or
one
something like
other
that.
change they did that I think is the best change in the whole game. So, in the original, and I'm not sure if you actually remember this, how inventory worked. You had, I think it was like 20 slots and only one item per slot. So, if you needed multiple healing items, you're taking up multiple slots.
Yep.
Now, every item has its own slot in the inventory, but can only go up to a set number that is determined by what the item is. So, like the pick-me-ups, you can only hold 3. Regular mushrooms, 9. Medium mushrooms, I think it's like 6. And max mushrooms.
So they pulled a fucking what was it? Monster Hunter,
Yeah, pretty much.
where you get a certain amount of a certain healing item, and the better ones had less amount that you can hold.
The other end of it, though, is if you pick up something and you can't carry any more in your inventory, it goes into a storage. I don't actually know where to go to obtain items from this storage, though. But I would assume it'd be like an inn or something.
No, save boxes.
Ah.
I believe save boxes is where the storage was. It's been a long time since I was playing the game. So honestly, if I want more of a challenge, I guess, play the original.
There's a few other weird, quirky things that they had done, but it's mostly just a visual change or name changing of enemies for the sake of consistency with other things in the more recent titles, or because they would have went with that name if they knew it would have been okay. I think they haven't changed a single one, maybe 1 or 2 of the stupid thought peak entries. Like the thoughts of the enemies when you do that to them. I think only a few have changed, but for the most part they're the same. Very few enemies had their names changed. The bosses, though, had their names changed to something that's like more fitting for what they are, because, you know, they're weapons.
Ready or not, here we go.
As soon as I got grabbed by the gorillas when we get into the mission.
It's like, that was Donkey Kong going, "Come here, there's quests to be done." No! Grab! And teleports you. You got kidnapped by ape.
Okay, so speaking of that gorilla thing, so there was an enemy literally named Gorilla, meaning like, you know, war trooper, basically, that literally looked exactly like Donkey Kong, but he had like chains on his arms and around his neck.
I know.
That enemy still exists with its entry intact, still saying something along the lines of the fucking
Copyright and all that, and fair use.
Any resemblance to existing characters is purely coincidence or some shit.
Poking fun at the whole copyright thing with Donkey Kong.
They did some touch up to some of Mario's little animations he does for his little trying to convey shit in weird poses thing. And there is one sequence in which a kid says something about how Mario can't possibly be the strongest then if Geno has to exist or whatever. And in the game, in that dialogue, after the kid says that, the first thing Mario does is looks like he's about to deck the shit out of a kid. And he's held back by Mallow.
Is that room a nuke room?
I think this may be a boss room.
You can handle the boss room, right? Or do you want someone else in there too?
Yeah, you can come in if you want.
Heading over.
There is a floor puzzle here too that'll grant a HP recovery on normal attack.
Going in. Making sure that your dot is close enough. What the hell confused me? Or stunned me?
There's a bomb thing that went off. Has a boundary line around its explosion.
Well, I
It goes
didn't
off.
get to see it. That's the thing.
I think there's 2 of them in this room, but they can respawn over time. Ow.
What does it do to them?
That might be what's putting that weird icon over him. So it makes him stunned and confused.
Or blind. Maybe that's what it is. It blinds them. So they can't see or do anything. Since they cannot see their target. Like me for a second.
I think the effect for it might be lasting for a bit. For where the impact explosion was. So be mindful of that.
I was gonna say, I'm good. Oh, these are level 80. I think they updated the level of the enemies in here.
I noticed.
Used to be 75. Ooh. Hello.
Hello.
What?
Wait a minute. I just remembered we have an extra attack on normal attacks. Let's run over to here, do this one, and then we'll go over to the one.
As soon as I can get out without getting lightning fucking blasted. Fuck, I fucked up. 2, 3.
Oh, I got zapped by the lightning thing.
There we go. Prepare to qualify. You can hear that in the background of his mic, right?
Okay, the one room is just a fucking puzzle, so let's leave that guy to do that.
Okay. But you heard that in the background, right? What I did?
Not really.
In the background of Jimmy's mic, it had I was coming in like a fucking scrambled voice, like in pole position. The arcade game pole position. So I said prepare to qualify, and it sounded kind of like the game. Prepare to qualify.
Who's this fucking Virgil with Dante's coat looking motherfucker?
What? Oh. We got it, though.
Okay, use normal attacks.
Hello? Watch it be broken. I was gonna say, watch it be broken. Learning Bluetooth? Learning Bluetooth? Why is it level 84? No, what we're fighting is level 84 is why I said what I said. Oh, it's fucking Luther from Classic. That's who that is. That's Luther. Dark Falls Luther. You can't lie to me, game. That's Luther.
Well, he's getting raped by all the people attacking him. He's already halfway dead.
We
He's
haven't
even explained it for 1 minute.
dude, he's a fucking asshole in Classic. Because of the fucking laser beams. And his AoEs that he had in Classic. He's also in the part of the game where enemies could hit your max HP and lower it.
Success.
Yay! We win. Vault to material storage, sell their
I
items.
don't need more octo armor, and I got a Virtual's launcher and rifle.
Regenerating health.
I learned if you hold the button for a normal attack and press the dash button repeatedly, it will do one of the evasion blasts every time you press the dash button without letting go of the normal attack.
The upside about streamer mode is it disables symbol arts, so there's no chance of porn.
Right, no one with the stupid PP check image.
Yep.
Best of all, during the concerts, I'm pretty sure it just ends up muting the music too, but
No, it's
moderation!
No, it still plays, I think, music. Because it's in-game. And it's all licensed by Sega. So.
The hell are you talking about?
I don't know. Too bad, bitch. Okay. Did you actually die, or did you crash? But did you crash before leaving the game? There you go. You have to wait for the fucking icon to pop up.
Oops.
It takes time to load. It's PS4. What do you expect? If you want faster, go PS5. Dish out fucking $500 to $600 for a brand new console. Yeah, I wish I had that much to get one. so I can have the faster load time and processing power. But that ain't gonna happen. We know that for damn sure. I say that so I don't get my hopes up. That way, when shit goes south, the disappointment isn't as crushing. So, now what was I doing? Ah, right.
Wait, how many of these can I exchange for fucking gold? Oh, they let you do infinite now? Cool.
No. I have 2 Krolek bodies. Which one's this one? A lot of yellow. Okay, not those heads. Okay. Hmm. The only reason I completed my run of that was because there was randos gearing up to do the thing, and they helped me with my quest. Well, that's sometimes kind of how it goes. Can't really control them. Yeah, you're gonna... Because for Act 4, you're gonna need that firepower because there's barely any time and there's so many fucking zombies. There are so many zombies. That shouldn't matter because I don't have max level. I just find weapons that I like using and max it out so I have the attachments. Plus, if you've played Modern Warfare 2, as long as you unlock that slot, you have plenty of attachments to choose from. So you don't need to fully... unless you're going for a conversion kit of a specific type, you don't fully need to max them out, but it's nice to have them. So he's pulling the typical World of Warcraft. You need to have this gear score. You need to know what you're doing. You need to have Googled and watched the walkthrough of the whole dungeon and raid before we start. And this is for your first run of the thing. You're expected, apparently, in their culture back then, in the World of Warcraft, you have to Google and watch the tutorial on how to run a whole entire raid or dungeon, and what gear score and what to expect it, and be spec'd completely right and have your A game before even attempting it for your first time ever. In other words, you have to do homework and research before you even attempted your first run of it. Otherwise, people would go, "Hey, do you know how to do it? Did you watch the YouTube video? Oh, or the tutorial? Oh, you didn't? Kick." Oh, do you have one item score, gear score less than what we explicitly stated that you need or higher? Kick. Oh, are you not pulling enough DPS and not perfect metagaming right now? Kick. That's how toxic they were. Literally, oh, are you not exactly the perfect thing we want you to be or better? Kick. And I got payback when I was playing Terra as a tank, because they were fucking dissing the healer, which I thought was doing an excellent job. And I was paying attention to the DPSs pulling aggro and getting killed, which depletes my healer's resources to keep me alive, to try and do my job of keeping the enemy on my ass, hitting my shield and my HP that is slowly being recovered, thanks to the healer, so that they could kill it. No, it has to split all their MP in different directions, and I end up dying, and then they wipe. And they wanted to blame the healer's not healing fast enough when needed. The tank keeps dying because she can't heal. And I say, you know, it would be better if the tank could, I don't know, be able to take the aggro before you guys fucking jump at them out of nowhere. Because aggro takes a minute to build. It's not instant. The battle starts, they're all automatically targeting me. No, I have to go in first, get their attention, hit them a couple times to build up threat, and then start to maintain it while the others rush in to do damage. That's how it works. You send someone in, let them get the aggro, then you send the others in. It's not instant. Yep, a tank has to build their threat. There's emergency. It makes it max skills, but that's for an emergency if one goes off aggro to target the healer or someone important to immediately draw them back in. Hell, even Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn, there's a fucking class that teaches you use the shield throw skill of your paladin class to hit distant enemies to pull aggro towards you, to keep them off your healer. You pass the test if you finish this quest with your healer alive. And yes, it demands that you keep your healer alive while they keep you alive. You fail if you die or the healer dies. Because if the healer dies, your job has failed. You didn't keep the healer alive. If the tank dies, then it's usually kind of the healer's fault. Under certain circumstances, though. So you have to understand they might have ran out of resource, so they couldn't heal you. Or dumbass which is usually sometimes due to dumbass DPS pulling shit and getting killed, or other circumstances that might have forced their hand.
Instead of dumbass DPS, call it DAPS.
It's DAPS. It was DAPS. I swear. So I see that you made that color. Just go here, change the color syncs around. Well, it's one of those things where it's preferred to have a full fucking team with packed weapons. And I'm gonna tell you, even with the 6 people, there was a bit of struggle. There was still a bit of struggle. Not as bad as when it was just us 2, but there was still struggle. People getting eaten left and right. We resorted to jug suits, dude. Juggernaut suits. It did some damage, which made it into the threshold of it can be completed. And that's how we did it. It was an ordeal all over the place. Oh, that's head. Okay. Well, that you can't control. Oh, I have the MF variant, which makes it all more shinier. I forgot I had that. And then I have the one that adds a lot more white. No, give me this one. I mean, mainly that sort of mission mainly just reminds me of the fucking all the other missions I've played on games where it's gonna take a while to even complete. Because they're made to be that way on purpose. I mean, think about it. They only gave us one act mission for the season. Because their plan is to add more to Act 4 as each season progresses. So literally that Act 4 is just a holding of all endgame seasonal content. So it's meant to take maybe the whole season to maybe complete. Along with the other fucking cryptic Easter eggs. So clearly it was designed not to be completed just like that. They want you to grind. And attempt multiple times. But to unlock that, you have to complete Act 4's mission and enter Dark Ether Rifts, because that's the only place that there's a chance at getting it. So as I say again, they want you to grind. Well, that's I hate to say it, but that's Activision Blizzard games, too. Activision and Blizzard games are known for grinds. I mean, look at Diablo 4. People were fucking complaining that the game was such a grind to even reach level 100. Well, newsflash, it's level fucking 100, the max level. Of course it's gonna be a grind. Of course, level 1 through 50, easy. Level 51 and up, it's 51 and up, it's gonna get harder. 71 and up, it's gonna slow to a crawl because you're getting to the final levels and getting really fucking powerful. Obviously, they had to make it speedier for seasonal because they learned that the hard way. But still doesn't change the fact that it's a fucking Blizzard game. It's going to be a grind. No matter which way you look at it. Acrylic legs. Oh. I don't like those legs. Pretty much victim of circumstances at this point. More or less. Okay. Then I'm at display, hide leg. Looks.
Hmm.
Yeah, I know. I didn't pay for anything. Fuck off. I mean, if I would say if Nick had the game knowing his expertise on pistols, because I will say this now, Nick, people are saying that pistols are the way to go for good builds in zombies.
Precision,
Especially
good
the first standard Glock pistol, apparently in MWZ. If you can get the conversion kit for it, to where it's the dual action trigger, where pressing it fires and releasing fires.
If I knew the traits of other potential parts, I would be able to confirm whether or not that would be the best. However, I do know because of the whole releasing factor, it could cause wasted ammo. But outside of that, it's actually...
Well, while you have it held, you could also hit triangle to switch. But it's definitely great if you need to take down an enemy faster and be Cowboy Jenkins. You don't need full automatic. That makes you can make a semi-fully automatic, if that makes sense.
Want to see something cursed about my boots?
Why is there fucking orbs on them?
They're a puffball. I don't know why it has them. But yeah, this piece of cast legs doesn't have feet.
I've noticed.
Oh yeah, Storm, look through the bullshit chat, because I put a link to something that you might laugh your ass off about, since everyone gets this sale except for me.
I guess because it didn't register him as a player of MW2, because that's the one of the requirements for it is that you have to play Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think it's the fate saying, no, you're not allowed to play anymore. You get to quit. Me, on the other hand, going, finally, I can quit. Nope. It's like, fuck. Back in Call of Duty. It's like being forced to be at the front desk of a classroom that you don't want to be in. It's like, fuck. How did I get here?
That is the fattest, muscular character I've ever seen in my life.
It's Helga. It's secretly Helga.
Like those fucking cleric nuns.
Yep. Wait.
Except this one looks more like a squirrel and not, you know, like a nun.
Oh, you're running the camo, which makes more sense. Because you're a ranger. Whilst I run the more shinier one. We finally somewhat matched, Nick.
I don't think we were using the same legs, because I had a different card I was using before
No,
these.
we're using different legs and arms. But the body. But the
That's
body
fine.
is the main part.
Yeah. Yeah, we weren't using the same legs, because these are the legs I was using.
Yeah, I know. I'm using the legs for another part that I had. Because they look better with these boots. In my opinion. They look
What's
better
the
with
name
these
of that
boots.
leg part you're using?
It's either... I think it's Investig. Let me look. Investig legs. While using Corsaro arms.
I don't have those legs.
Yeah, they were part of another season. I think one set was part of another season, and then the other one that was available you had to purchase from a box. Or purchase from the personal shop.
But yeah, the legs I'm using to make it look like it's extending my jacket.
Mm-hmm.
I love these wings, these are cool.
I love my wings. It's the more machine part. Because they shine like metal. Okay, so... Is someone eating?
Yeah.
Got it.
And now what do we do?
Well, until he's done eating. Well, I think that'll be it for my stream. So I'm gonna end the stream right now.